I'm not a fan of formal intros, but I think context and stories are relevant. So I think most of you know that I kind of pride myself on, as a small business owner, I'm very financially literate. Not qualified in tax or accounts or anything like that, but I'm very dialed in. I really love that stuff. And so consequently, I'd like to think I've got a relatively high bar. But there's a couple of business owners that I know, that I associate with, that I mastermind with, that I would say his financial acumen supersedes my own. And even though I knew that those two knew each other, I didn't really know that they knew each other. And then by a series of coincidences, I found out they both had the same accountant. And one of them had the accountant for 20 years, and the other one had the accountant for 10 years. And neither of them suffer fools. They're very intolerant of anything that's not aligned with their goals, and they both had the same accountant. So I've got to meet this guy. But I'm still naturally a skeptic. So I was at an event and I got the chance to meet Chris, and I'm still naturally a skeptic, and I was doing a particular transaction at the time. And I proposed to Chris. Chris said, oh, well, how are you approaching this? What, asked me for the outline. And I gave him the outline in my slightly egotistical, arrogant way. I was like, oh, well, I'm doing this, this, and this. And within about 90 seconds, Chris had me tied up in knots, because he just went, why are you doing it that way? And I'm like, well, when you get a sense, Claire, you're like, oh, hold on, I might have missed something here. I just got a sense from the tone, oh, why would you do it that way, Dan? And I was like, well, on the back foot, because of this, this, and this, and clearly, that's just makes sense, doesn't it? It was like an off the cuff. He just went, well, A, B, C, D, and E, and then like a human calculator literally went, well, if you did it this way, you'd be did it an exact pounds, shillings, and pence better off. Why would you just do it that? And I had absolutely no answer, James, none. And I was like, that's when I go, this is the accountant for me. I'm in favor. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to be in the dumbest person in the room. So that's my story. So I hold Chris in very high regard, and we've worked together a few years now, isn't it? 2, 3 years.